chaotic, and it has changed my life. I'm a fan of his ever since. I love this collection. Of his most legendary supermodels and more. The four queens of the runway. Fashion, New York Fashion Week is right around the corner. Librarian tonight, and that's because I came to read a bitch. Jaja's Atelier, bitch. Welcome back. It's me. I took a couple of days off because, honey, Thanksgiving holiday, that Thanksgiving Day weekend, that Black Friday shopping, all that leftover macaroni and cheese, candy yams, them string beans that my sister cooked that she put her foot in. Honey, all of that just took a toll on me. So I had to take a couple of days off to get some shit straight. But I'm back. I really enjoyed my little mini vacation with my sister and my nieces. And huge shout out to Desmond. Honey, one day I'm going to have Desmond Stovall on the show because, honey, he is a whole kiki, honey. And he knows how to read a bitch for filth. Nicely, but red. Anyway, guys, I also got a chance. My sister took me to this. I'm going to do a whole reel about it. I can't remember the name of this beauty supply store. But, honey, look, when I went in there, look at my face. Now, you know when I go shopping for hair, I stay very concentrated. Now, look at my face in this picture. Honey, if this look is any consolation of what I saw in that hair store, it was like a wall of hair, honey. I just fucking lost my mind. I think it's either called Beauty World or Beauty Palace. I'm not sure, but I'm going to get that to you guys. Honey, I lost my mind. Also, in Ulta Beauty, they had a good sale going on. Got me some nice smell good. And also, huge shout out to Juvia's Place, who I'm rocking their Cafe Mocha lip liner and gloss, and I'm loving it. I've had it on for like 2 hours, and it hasn't smudged. I've been drinking with it, and it's still giving mocha. Anyway, guys, so of course last week, Beyonce, now everybody has been waiting patiently. I thought it was going to be released on streaming and in theaters, but it's only in a select few theaters that she premiered her Renaissance, a film by Beyonce, of all the behind the scenes and the making of the Renaissance tour, which has made history. The film opened up at #1. It grossed the most money in history now, knocking another movie out of the park that opened on Thanksgiving, I think back in 2008, I believe. And she scored 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. I loved her look at the LA premiere. Everybody was there. Her mother, of course, the queen, Black Like That, Miss T.S. Madison, shut the silver carpet down. All 5 members, former and present members of Destiny's Child, were there. Latavia, Latoya, Michelle Kelly, and the Queen Beyonce, even though we didn't get a group picture with them on the red carpet, which would have been nice. This has also been sparking rumors that could the next move for Beyonce possibly be a DC5 tour. I personally would love to see that. I would love to see those girls, because I feel like they fell out over just some petty shit. It probably wasn't petty to them at the time, but it seems like all the girls have gotten over it. They're all there to support Beyonce. Kelly Rowland looks stunning in this Jean Paul Gaultier haute couture gown with the comb bra, honey, and that chocolate skin. Beyonce looked gorgeous in this custom Donatella Versace chainmail look. I loved the latex gloves. Oh shit, the name of the label that what is the name? Vex Clothing. Thank you. Brain cells. Vex Clothing makes these gloves. I'm a huge fan of Vex Clothing. The things that they do with latex is insane. If you ever get a chance to check them out, make sure you do. And also, she debuted a new do, which Beyonce, when it comes to her hair now, and I can tell Beyonce is a wig girl like me. When it comes to her hair, though, Beyonce really doesn't stray out of the norm. She broke the internet with this platinum blondes, honey. I knew the minute I saw it, though, that it was going to spark some outrage. People, of course, accused Beyonce of bleaching her skin, which then caused Mama Tina to get in that ass, calling people bozos and assholes and all kind of stuff in this long ass post. Listen, don't come for Tina's baby, honey. Do not come for Tina's baby. I also loved. Well, wait a minute. Before I get to this iconic moment that I want to talk about, I remember when Beyonce about 20 years ago came out with it was the last Destiny's Child album, and it was the second single off of the Destiny's Fulfilled album. It was entitled Soldier, featuring T.I. and Lil Wayne. And she had this close to this color in that video. And the video, in certain scenes, I think the whole video was like black and white. And I remember people saying this about her. Listen, please stop reaching. She is Creole mixed with that Texas Bama, like she says in the Formation song. She is a very lighter complexion black woman. So of course, with the silver carpet, the silver backdrop, the chainmail dress, and all those lights, of course she's gonna seem a little lighter. I mean, this whole colorism thing and the skin bleaching, y'all need to be checking on Wendy Osubo's mom from Real Housewives of Potomac, because, honey, I just watched that, and, honey, she is definitely bleaching, honey. In my personal opinion, that's who y'all need to be asking about. But leave Beyonce alone. That's so shady. Sorry, Wendy, but look, you are a proud Nigerian woman. I don't know why your mom is... I ain't even gonna say that. Anyway. Anyway, also, I loved this iconic moment between three LGBTQ plus icons. Again, the beautiful Miss T.S. Madison, mother of it, honey. Kevin Aviance, who is the original cunt, one of the queens, one of the historic queens of the ballroom, honey. And none other than the beautiful Laverne Cox. As you know, if you guys don't remember, Laverne Cox starred in Orange is the New Black and was also, I believe, the first transgender woman of color to grace the cover of Time magazine. So to see these three just together and embracing, I really loved just the whole ambiance. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be really honest about this whole Renaissance tour. When Beyonce first came out with the album, I was a little skeptical because I was like, okay, girl, are you really going to be making money off the LGBT community? And if you are going to be making money off the history of the ballroom culture, you know, are you going to honor these people? And I really did question it. And I had to be reminded, and I sat the fuck down, that Beyonce really has been an advocate for the LGBT community, but she's also an advocate for the black community. And sometimes that's a slippery, fence to ride. You know what I'm saying? We do know that there's a little friction between the black community and the LGBT community. I say it all the time. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. My own personal experiences, I can give you several examples. But what I like about this is she really did her research. She really stuck with people of the LGBT community that she has worked with before. Going back to the B-Day era. Not only did she honor all these beautiful LGBTQ plus icons, she also paid them in perpetuity per T.S. Madison. That came out of her mouth. And also just the way that she subconsciously got everybody to just, black and LGBTQ plus, to just come together and not ask no fucking questions, was genius. And I think it really speaks to her level of consciousness. Because she's so private, you think that, okay, when she's not working, she's just aloof to everything. But Beyonce really has her finger on the pulse as to what's going on. She's far from slow. Definitely far from slow. And she knows exactly what's going on. She hears everything that everybody says about her, and she sees everything that's going on in the world. I also love that she is finally giving a sneak peek into her and her daughter, Blue Ivy's relationship. In the film, she talks, which I have not seen yet, by the way. I'll be seeing it next week. Don't worry. In the film, she talks about how Blue Ivy really wanted to be a part of the dance, the choreography, and be one of the dancers, and she was reluctant. She talks about being reluctant at first, knowing how people talk about her, but all y'all's hating really paid off for Miss Blue Ivy, because they said in the movie it didn't do anything but make her want to work harder. So I really loved just the whole aesthetic of the movie. I can't wait to go see it. Also, she also did a premiere in London, and it brought out all the girls. Blake Lively, also Taylor Swift came out to celebrate the Queen. She was stunning. A lot of people didn't like this look, but I thought it was an ode to her If I Were a Boy era. I really love the hair. I love the look. It really reminded me of that era, that whole album. The Diva, Miss Kitty Cat, Sugar Mom. No, that's B-Day. Wait a minute. The If I Were a Boy album had Diva, Video Phone. You know, of course, If I Were a Boy. I really think this was a quiet ode to that era. Which was a classic, if you ask me. Single ladies, of course, with the hair and the bodysuit. So I really liked it. Overall, I really can't wait to see the film. I really can't. I really cannot. But anyway, on to more red carpet news. So also the Soul Train Awards aired last weekend. I believe it was Sunday. Huge shout out to Keke Palmer. Now see, I told y'all in recent episodes when we talked about all that bullshit going on with her baby father that she was going to be okay. She looked amazing on the red carpet. She wore a number of looks because, of course, she was the host. But my favorite out of all of them has to be this super micro mini LBD Versace look. I love the honey blonde hair. Absolutely gorgeous. My other favorite was Janelle Monáe and Christopher John Rogers. I really love this dress. I don't know a lot of people were talking shit about it. I just love this dress. I love the hair. I love the makeup. But my best dress of the night is somebody who I'm not really I remember her from Empire, but other than that, I'm not really too sure what she's doing now. But honey, Sarah in this Christian Cohen, just this beautiful black dress with this mane of curls. Honey, she was giving old school Hollywood glam. She was giving 70s Lola Falana, honey, with this look, honey. I absolutely loved it. I did get a chance to watch the whole award show. What is going on with BET? Like, when I was coming up and we were watching the Soul Train Awards, it was like a big thing. And I think the people that they had there were legends in the making or legends already. I really thought that they could have did a little better with the production value. I mean, this is our royalty. This is our Black Hollywood. I just think they deserved a little bit better. You know, they had T-Pain come out, John B. You know, I had to jump out the bed for John B, honey. Let's talk about what your friends told you. Ha ha! Okay, that's sexual chocolate. But yeah, I really thought, I don't know what's going on with BET, but I mean, I would hate to see BET really go down the drain. Of course, Tyler Perry is no longer interested in buying BET. He said the process was a little disrespectful, allegedly. So I can understand that, but I just think we just need to do our people better. And if BET is no longer the place, then we need to make another place. Maybe we need to have it on OWN or something where we could really show out for our Black Hollywood royalty. That's all. That's all I'm saying. But overall, the show was cute. It was cute. So, in other news, Pharrell has debuted his second collection. It was the men's pre-fall collection for Louis Vuitton. I know they hate when you say it with an accent, but I like it. Fuck yeah. I really liked it. It had a Hawaiian motif, a sailor aesthetic. It's not really my jam, but I respect it. I thought the pieces were absolutely amazing. I really did like the pieces. Strategic, genius tailoring as always. Very animated. It gave me a little bit of an anime feel, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad to see that he's nothing is slowing him down. Like, he's not getting overwhelmed. Like, it's just smooth sailing. Pharrell always seems like he's just chill. You know, like, what, nigga? You know, like, I ain't got a care in the world. You know, he just seems so chill. So I'm glad to see this also. Another pre-fall collection debuted just a few days ago, actually. I talked about it on my Instagram. Balenciaga. Demna brought the house of Balenciaga to LA, to the legendary Hancock Park. I was shocked by this. I was shocked by how many people were there. Of course, you guys know Balenciaga went through that huge scandal involving the children and the teddy bears and the chains and the documents. But Demna has really been staying quiet and really been focusing on rebranding the house. And I have to say, guys, I think this might be the collection that'll do it. I mean, we had people there like Kim K, Kendall Jenner, Nicole Kidman, Cardi B, who walked the show. We also saw Tiana Taylor and a lot of, the Queen, honey. Lisa Rinna made an appearance. I thought Lisa Rinna looked amazing. Lisa Rinna, we missed you on the Housewives. Even though Real Housewives of Hollywood is getting very, very juicy, I think Kyle Richards is getting ready to whoop Sutton's ass. I don't know what's going on with the two of them, but we need Lisa Rinna back. But anyway, she looked amazing. I thought the collection was the most exciting collection that he has debuted since the scandal. And I also think that when you're clawing your way out of the fashion graveyard, a lot of critics were saying, oh, here we go again with the gimmicks. Listen, Balenciaga needs some gimmicks right now. People are still upset about that whole child pornography, alleged child pornography scandal. People are still upset about it. I love the collection. I do have harsh words for other people like Little Bootsy when it comes to child and children and being inappropriate and stuff like that. So I can't be as lenient on Demna just because he's one of my favorite designers. Demna, the collection was great. I love that you've been staying quiet, and I love that you have really been doing your best to bring the legacy of Cristobal Balenciaga back to life. But we need an interview. We need a sit-down interview, and the world needs to hear a public apology from you if you haven't done it already. If you have done it already, we need to see it again. If we are going to celebrate Demna at Balenciaga and the house of Balenciaga is not going to replace the creative director, which now my opinion has changed. I don't think they should. He's come far enough and he's worked hard enough. But I do think he needs to do a sit-down interview, explain himself, and publicly apologize. We need to hear it out of your mouth. We don't need to see it in an Instagram post. We don't need to see it on a TikTok. And we definitely don't need to see it in an Instagram story. We need you sitting down with Robin Roberts, explaining yourself, explaining what happened, and how you plan to not let it happen again, and an apology. I think that that's fair. If we're going to keep on buying, pieces from the brand and you want everybody to keep celebrating you at the house of Balenciaga, we need an apology. That's all. So, Harper's Bazaar, honey, I'm getting a microphone really soon. I just ordered one. Listen, I've been slowly upgrading. I have the camera turned the right way now. I have a cute little intro. I hope you guys like it. I have my signs and my quotes and everything up. Give me a minute. The show is coming together. It's coming together. So we won't have to hear all that background noise. It's Sunday night. Shit is popping off, But anyway, Harper's Bazaar is, Harper's Bazaar has been stepping up when it comes to, hiring people of color, being more inclusive. I have to say, Harper's Bazaar US has really been stepping up. One of my favorites, Carlos Nazario, style director of ID Magazine, has just been appointed as style director at large for the iconic fashion publication. If you're not familiar with Carlos Nazario, I suggest you do, because I have a feeling he's going to be making history at Harper's Bazaar US. He, I believe, styled Beyonce. for her Vogue shoots back, I believe, in 2019 or 2018, where Tyler Mitchell became the first black photographer to shoot the cover of the magazine. So the two of them worked together, and he's done some amazing things at ID for a couple years now. So I'm really, really excited to see what Mr. Nazario has in store for us. Huge congratulations to you, and great choice, Harper's Bazaar. I see you. I see you. I see what y'all doing over there, and I like it. I like it a lot. Keep up the equal work. The great equal opportunity work. I love you for that. Okay. So on to another fashion shakeup, and this really kind of pisses me off. Matthew Williams is leaving Givenchy after 3 short years. LVMH has something going on. We've seen that Sarah Burden has left Alexander McQueen. Gabriella Hearst has left Chloe. I wasn't that mad about that one. Although I respect Gabriella Hearst. But yeah, I wasn't mad about her leaving Chloe. What is going on? Now, sources are saying that allegedly the split was mutual and that his contract was allegedly up and that he has not been sitting idly. A lot of fashion outlets are basically saying that the split was mutual and it was pleasant, and that Matthew Williams has been making moves to beef up his own brands, Ali X Studio, and has also partnered with Hong Kong entrepreneur Adrian Chang. So, where does that leave the house of Givenchy? I saw a lot of people saying they want Riccardo Tisci back. Listen, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at Riccardo Tisci coming back. Of course, you guys remember Riccardo Tisci brought the house to superstardom, especially when he started dressing Kim. She wore one of his designs for the house for her first Met Gala. I'm not mad at Riccardo Tisci coming back. Some of those looks are iconic, legendary, viral. And he's not doing too much right now. He's been styling and dressing people on his own with his own namesake brands that hasn't quite shown a collection yet, and hasn't really. He hasn't come out with a whole collection for that brand. So I would love to see him back as Givenchy. I really wasn't crazy. He was great at Burberry. I wasn't crazy about. I like him better at Givenchy, but he was doing the goddamn thing at Burberry now. I don't know what the hell they got going on over there now. But yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that. I also wouldn't be mad. I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head who else besides him I would like to see over there. But the constant shakeups. Sometimes I like the shakeups, but when they work and they continue to work, I don't like to see it as much. It's just like Blue Marine just got rid of their creative director, and he has brought that house back from unspeakable death. Blue Marine wasn't really doing anything the past couple years until their last creative director came around. But I don't know, but there's something going on, and all the fashion publications have been talking about it. So I'm going to leave you. This is a really short episode, but I'm going to leave you with just a little bit of news, honey. So Little Bootsy, I wasn't going to talk about this, but I can't help it. So Little Bootsy got on the interchats and was crying because he was refused. He has been refused at performing at a certain venue because it's owned none other by members of the LGBT community. Now, I read the comments online, and people were like, here they go again. Why they couldn't just let the man perform? That's inviting Little Bootsy to perform at a venue that is owned by members of the LGBT community. It's like inviting the KKK to the NAACP Image Awards. Are you sick? Are you sick? Really? And he was really on there playing victim, like, man, I can't believe this shit, man. Like, they really, yes, absolutely, ownership. Ha ha. Anyway, I just thought I would be, the whole show, this episode was about fashion. I had to be a little messy. But anyway, little Boosie, maybe if you watch your mouth and maybe if you come out and publicly apologize, maybe the doors will open back up for you again. But I don't know who is paying $25 to watch you perform Wipe Me Down in the Home Depot parking lot, my dear. But anyway, I hope you find a venue that will, cater to your needs. I'm never going to wish bad on anybody or hope that somebody misses out on some money. But hey, you have freedom of speech, but you also have freedom of suffering the consequences too. Anyway, guys, this was a really fun episode. It was quick, and I'm so glad that we got to catch up, right after the Thanksgiving holiday. Stay tuned for more. I'm going to be back again in a couple of days because, I didn't get to talk about some of the viral hot topics, so I will be back in a few days, honey. Make sure you like and subscribe. Ciao.